Welcome home, Rep Pack Marcus here, and welcome to Comfort Cartoons. I'm with Karina, and today we are going to be doing something amazing. You guys can see it's actually a little darker. It doesn't really look that dark on camera. It looks like it's morning, but it's actually in the evening time right now. We typically film videos like right when the stores open because the crowds are kind of dead, but today we had to go get something that just dropped in stores. We are going to be heading into Target, of course, looking for all the stuff that we love on this channel. We might take a look at anything in regards to animation, whether it's Nickelodeon, Cartoon Network, Disney, or our golden square of truth, SpongeBob. But the main thing we are looking out for today is...
DCX Sonic!
Sorry, I probably should have said something earlier so it wasn't that like delayed. But there is a collaboration between Sonic the Hedgehog and DC Comics. Unbelievable. They're dropping a brand new comic book that is going to include Sonic and also some of our DC favorite characters taking down the legendary supervillain Darkseid. But with this comic series, they're also releasing a bunch of merchandise that is some of our favorite Sonic characters like Knuckles, Amy, Shadow, and Sonic dressed up to match some of the characters that appear in the comics, and I could not be more excited. Many of you guys know I'm a longtime fan of Sonic, but not just that, I've always been a huge comic book head, especially when it comes to Batman. And they included one of my favorite characters ever in this collaboration, Shadow the Hedgehog, and they combined him with Batman. Two of like the best characters ever combined together. So we are going in there right now to find any of the new Sonic X DC merchandise. They have some Funko Pops, some figures, some clothing. We're looking for all of it, so let's go ahead and get inside and see what they got. Okay, and typically we look around the entire store, but we are really just here for one thing in particular. We are here for the Sonic X DC stuff, so we're gonna just work our way straight to the back of the store where they're gonna have most of the stuff. I think they have some clothing, so I pre-ordered 2 items. There's one item that I pre-ordered for pickup here today that we're gonna probably get on the way out of here, and then also a t-shirt, but I don't think the t-shirt they had in stock here, so it's gonna be delivered to my house. But when we get back to the cavern and we review everything, I will have it. Okay, so it's probably not going to be over here because this is all clearance stuff. They have some of the Pokemon Select figures, which I don't know. A lot of you guys know I have not been uploading that much on Anime Avenue. Part of me like almost wants to start like that channel, like rebrand it yet again as like a Pokemon channel and just like check out all the Pokemon figures and stuff that I want to get over there. You guys let me know what you guys would think about that. But they have these as well too that are on sale. It doesn't say the sale price, only $7.99. So they went down from $26 to $7.99. You could literally get all 3 of them there and the Pokeball and Mew if you wanted to for like under 40 bucks. That is crazy.
Do you see this?
Yeah, and they have Jolteon right now too as a sleeping like little plushies they have. They've had these forever, but they've always done different Pokemon like Snorlax, Pikachu, but now they got some wild ones, like some really out there Pokemon. I mean, not super out there, but I mean, you know, not like a basic starter or something you would think about. You have Jolteon. They even had Slowpoke here at one point. We want to look over here. This is where like all the action figures are and stuff. They have the How to Train Your Dragon stuff. We see Batman. These shelves are looking really bare though. I'm hoping that they have it, because they have it on the website. It says they have 9 in stock, but we might have to ask somebody. Maybe they haven't put it on the shelves yet. This is all Transformers, but they do have the Sonic X Transformers, so this isn't like technically the Sonic section. This is Transformers.
Look at the texture.
Ugh.
It's like a plushie.
It is. It's kind of, you can't really feel the scales at all, to be honest. It's actually weird that I thought it was gonna feel like all crispy, you know, but it's not. And then let's see over here. Nah, it looks like they have all the Toy Story stuff. But, oh wait, there's one down here. There's literally one hidden down here. What are you doing? Yes! So we have Silver as the Green Lantern. He's just randomly down here on the bottom. What the heck? Oh, okay, that is so awesome. So we are gonna look around a little more. That is so cool. These are the 6-inch figures. So there is a 6-inch versions, and there's also 2.5-inch versions that come with the other like action figures of the character, the superhero too. I might get this one, but I think that the pack that I ordered for pickup comes with like all 3 of them. So I might keep on. I don't know. I might hold on to this one. I don't know for sure yet. We're gonna keep looking looking around, but we found one already. Like, look at this. It has 20 points of articulation too. Like, I'm not even like a big action figure nerd like that. I mostly just put them on a shelf, you know, and pose them. But, you know, I just wanted to point it out because I saw that in the trailer. They said that. Here's the Sonic stuff, but I don't see it. It's like, it makes me think like maybe it's not in this section. Maybe they have like more superhero stuff.
Yeah, it's kind of weird that Sonic is there.
Yeah, this is like the box set that I have basically coming, or that we're gonna pick up at the end here. It literally is this almost, but it has Darkseid in one side. But let's keep looking around. I don't see it here. And like I said, worst case scenario, we'll have to ask somebody because I know that they have them in stock. Don't you lie to me, Target. I see them on your website. Okay, so far the only thing we found still is the Green Lantern one, but I do think they have them in stock. Like I said, I looked on their website. They just have not been able to find them. They said they were on L23. We looked there, we didn't see them, so we're gonna have to go to the guest services and ask them if they can bring them out, if they just haven't stocked them on the shelf yet. But we came over here to the Funko Pops, and they do have the Funko Pops out already. So we have the Sonic as the Flash. Like, come on, like how much cooler could he get? He could not be more perfect. So we have Sonic as the Flash.
Rapunzel as Santa Claus.
Rapunzel as Santa Claus. Then we also have Knuckles as Superman. That is so cool. And they give him the floating base here too. Kind of reminds me of those missions where you always have to glide with him, like just from one spot to another. You know, he doesn't quite fly. He's more of a glider, but you know, he can still levitate. Why not? So we have Knuckles. Then they have Amy as Wonder Woman. That one is so cool. She has her hammer too. I mean, Wonder Woman doesn't typically have a hammer, but Amy does. That makes sense. And they also have buy one, get one free right now too. So this one's basically free. And then they have the Shadow as Batman. Like, that is for sure the coolest one. And knowing Funko, I know they're probably gonna release a glow-in-the-dark one or something else, but it's okay. We are gonna still get him. If they release another one, then it is what it is. I'm just gonna have this one, the Shadow as Batman. The only one we don't have here is the Green Lantern one. And then, oh, Tails as Cyborg. Why did I not think? Yes, and they have the Green Lantern right here. So we have the whole set. I don't know why. I just did not expect them to do Tails as Cyborg. To be honest though, I'm trying to think if I want the whole set though. I'm trying to decide because if we get the figures too, it's gonna get pricey pretty quick. So what do we have so far?
Should we ask Discord?
We can ask Discord, but I think I would rather get the action figures more than the Funko Pops. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for
so
sure.
I think I want to just get Shadow as Batman. I want to get Sonic as the Flash for sure. And then I want to get Amy as Wonder Woman. And I think I'm going to leave behind the Tails as Cyborg and Knuckles as Superman. I do really like these ones, but these are the three that I really wanted the most. So that way I can get these figures instead. And these are a little bit better in my opinion. You know, like look at how much more detailed these are comparatively to the Funkos. Like if I have to pick between the Funko or this, like come on, all day I gotta pick this one. Sure, don't get me wrong, the Funko Pop is sick, but this is just beautiful. So let's go ahead and look around and see if we can find more. Oh, we're here though. Look, they have this awesome freaking Stranger Things section with this crazy like portal, Demogorgon portal, I guess. That is crazy. Code red. Take a photo and tag at Target and prepare for one last adventure. Give me the picture. You're gonna miss me when I go through that portal. Okay, so let's see. So they said D23. That's where we're gonna be looking. I think that's pretty far out there, though. I think D23 is where we found that one, the silver that we did grab, but I didn't see anything else over here unless we just missed it. This is D26. D23 is right here. Yeah, this is where I said like it makes sense that it would be. This is like all the superhero stuff, but that is just not true. It's just not the case. They're not here. Oh man, so hopefully we can ask the guest services if they can bring some more of it out but it makes me wonder like maybe there were out because that one silver was there, you know, but I just don't see them anywhere. So hopefully they didn't just sell out or something, but the website said so. The website never lies. Okay, so they said right now they are trying to like bring everything out for Christmas time. So there's some stuff that they just have, but they haven't quite, like they have to make room on the shelves first. So he's going to go look. I told him like, you know, if you find it, I don't want to ask ask him like, oh, can you bring out everything? You know, maybe we'll have to make a second trip out here for another Target video or something and we could pick up some more of it. But I just asked if he could at least just grab me just the Shadow and Batman one, because it's literally such a cool box. It comes with like a 2.5-inch Shadow with a regular size Batman, like all in the same case. And then like I said, I have the multi-pack that I already have ready to pick up, and we have all the Funko Pops. Like that would be perfect. That's like good enough for me for right now. And then eventually I could find those other ones with the characters. But if we can get just that Shadow one, that would make the trip for me. Oh, and I forgot, like I've just not been keeping track of it. I have to pick this up too. The Nicktoons and the Dice of Destiny game. This is by Game Mill. You know, I'm usually more like on lock with keeping track of every game. If it's the THQ Nordic ones, sometimes the Game Mill ones are like a little not the best, you know, but I always buy them just because I'm a Nickelodeon fan. It's just that usually all the Game Mill games, they go from this to being like $15 like in 3 months, 2 months. So that's why I've like probably not been keeping the best track of this one, but nonetheless, I still gotta pick this up just to support Nickelodeon and my boy here. And it does look cool. Like the cover is awesome. It's like it's almost like a new age Nicktoons Unite kind of, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm really the most excited right now for the Clash of the Titans, which is like the mainline THQ Nordic, like high scale, you know, big budget. Big budget game. So I can't wait for that one. But still, if you guys haven't got it already, go pick it up if you're interested in like a RPG style Nickelodeon game. So unfortunately, they won't have the Shadow X Batman one today, but they said they will be putting it out on stock probably like in a week or so. So I'm gonna wait on it. But we do already have the multi-pack ready to pick up. Like I said, I am gonna grab the entire Funko line here, and I'm gonna leave him just because, like I said, he comes in the multi-pack. So we're gonna leave him behind. I think what we'll do is we are gonna leave this for now. We're gonna leave the Nicktoons Dice of Destiny, and I'm gonna film another video next week, and we will come pick this up, and we'll also pick up the Shadow / Batman one. I'm gonna try to come maybe 2 days next week, and hopefully one of those 2 days they have everything on the shelves. But I do have to pick this up. I feel failed as a Nickelodeon fan not to pick this up on day one, but nonetheless, we will come and get it very soon. Your book has a whole display. Karina reads this book, like all the different books from this line. She just got the, like, what was it? The last one. She just got the last one that came out.
And I got this one too, guys.
And she got the special edition one here.
That's
That's really cool. That's crazy. They have pins. They have shirt, like little bags. I thought it was shirts. This is a thick shirt. No, it's like a little tote bag. Oh, look, they have hats too. Little bags. That's crazy. It's really popular, this book.
Yes.
I didn't know. I just thought that was a Karina thing. I didn't know it was like a big book. Now I know that it's a really popular book. So we're still gonna look around a little bit in here, and sorry if this video was like all over the place a little bit. I didn't really know how it was gonna go exactly, what we were gonna find, what we weren't gonna find. So we were just kind of winging it today. So sorry if it's a little bit unorganized, guys, but we will check out everything that we picked up, and wait till you see that multi-pack, guys. You are going to be mind blown. I will show it to you guys as soon as we get back to the car. We'll take a look. If we see anything else, we'll keep you guys updated. But I cannot wait to get all of these out of box, check them out, and I will be unboxing the multi-pack because I will be putting the Shadow on. You can say on display.
On display.
On display. So yes, you will be able to see it on display. There's a dark seed with it too. I'm gonna make him look like Shadow. Ready to beat up dark seed. It's gonna be sick. Me and Karina still haven't given up hope. We're still like looking over here in this section because it's so random. They said like they're not putting any of them out until it's ready to go like on display for Christmas. But like, why was there that random Green Lantern one? Like, it makes me think, we keep looking, maybe there's like a random Shadow one somewhere just around here. But I don't think so far at least. Like, they have all the Sonic Movie 3 stuff. Like, they have this, they have everything here, but just not that. Somebody's just like hiding them back here. There's the whole set back here. This is a blueberry guy. Who are you? What is this? It's just this guy. His name is Valentino. Get out of here, Valentino. All right, let's just retrace our steps. So this is where we found the silver. So if he were, you know, there was another random one put down, it probably would be around here. Nah. Unfortunate, but man, look at these Jurassic Park ones, man. Look at this Spinosaurus. Like, that is crazy. I feel like these Jurassic World dinosaurs have been like incredible for a while, but they just keep getting better and better. This one's got a whole ship in his mouth. Saw what? What is that? What? How did we not see this? What the heck? Oh my gosh, how did we not see this? This is the whole multi-pack right here. What in the world? I flipped the camera around. I thought it was like a glitch on the screen. So this,
That's crazy.
That's what I'm saying. So where's the rest of them at, dude? That's so weird. They had to have had them right here probably or something.
Yeah.
Ah, that's amazing though. So this is the one that we're gonna be picking up here. I have it at the guest services, but you have all 3 of them in here fighting against this. And that Darkseid, like this is supposed to be mostly a Sonic thing, right? But that Darkseid figure is unbelievable. I don't even really collect comic book figures like that, but that's just crazy how detailed he is. And there's a little piece of like plastic you're supposed to pull here that lets you use the light on Shadow's chest. It looks like somebody already pulled it so we could test it out. Oh, there we go. The little chest plate actually glows too. I mean, it's nothing crazy, but the regular one does not have that. So that's what makes it kind of limited. Like that's the only thing like this. These 2 figures you can get separately. This one only comes in this box, and then this Shadow with the glowing chest plate only comes in this box. I mean, it actually kind of is a better deal though too, because these are $15 each. 15 times 3, that's 35. Yeah, actually you're probably paying a lot more to get this one. But hey, look, it does this. All right, Karina's looking at me like, yeah, that is kind of a ripoff. But you wouldn't get this. You know, this is worth 20 bucks, all right? The glowing chest plate. I mean, it's just the fact that it's the special one, you know? That is just amazing, dude. I never would have thought I would see the day where Shadow is dressed up as Batman. Like, look how good it looks.
Yeah, it looks really good.
He was destined to play this role. All right, you want to find anything else, Karina? Do you see any other ones? Maybe you'll find the rest of the set.
I'm wondering if Ryan knew this whole time, because I showed you this. What it was right here.
It probably was. There's probably like, Ryan, if we're in that section and we grab this, like zoom in on this little box here, like we're just completely missing it. It blends in so much.
Yeah.
I'm glad that we walked back this way, because if I wouldn't have retraced our steps, we would have never seen that for for probably the second time we should have.
But the employee didn't see it either.
Okay, let me be real. Karina just said the employee didn't see it. Let me just be honest with you. Neither of them really looked that hard. Okay, most of them were just like,
Nah.
this was him going to the back room. All right, let me check in the back for you, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't see any back there. They just weren't in stock. This is what always drives me crazy. We're looking at one more item before we go out of here. Every time I'm an early adopter, somehow it works against me. Like if I miss something when it first comes out, it sells out. It's worth like 5 times more. And then if I get something when it comes out, the day it comes out, then they're like, oh, let's release a better version after. So I got the Book of Bill here just last week for $23. The regular version of Book of Bill. And right now it's 30% off. So they released this one now, the Book of Bill, and it's like this special edition. It comes with a slip cover, it comes with cards, comes with a notebook, tattoos, 2 posters, and a green cover. You know how much I love green.
Yes.
And it would have been the same cost as the one that I got. It comes with nothing. So if I would have just waited, then I could have got this one. But every time I'm an early adopter to stuff.
It was so cute. It was just looking.
What else is new?
It was like,
hey mom, there's a guy with a problem over there. Just look away, honey. Just look away. He probably bought the Book of Bill early. But yes, you see, don't be an early adopter, because that's what happens to me. And last thing before we head out of here, look at this.
oh my god, that's so cool.
Yeah, collaboration. LOL OMG. That stands for Laugh Out Loud. Oh my gosh. The Powerpuff Girls. It says it should be LOL OMG TPG. We have this set right here. So you have a Bubbles version. And that's so cool, because like the kids that grew up with LOL, do they even know who the Powerpuff Girls are? Or is
There's
it
a
just...
show now. I know there's a show, right?
There is, but I feel like maybe they're just kind of like a mascot now. Like people just know the aesthetic of them so much. And like, you know, K-pop band, like was it New Jeans? They have them on like their cover. I think they're more of just like almost like Snoopy or like Garfield, where people don't even really know the show or the comics that much nowadays. They just more know the character. And I think that's kind of what they are. So this is a collaboration with Powerpuff Girls.
So cool.
I know. Which one's your favorite?
I don't know.
I think my favorite is the Bubbles one.
Really?
Yeah, that one is really, really cute.
I think she's kind of cool. You
They
know
all
what I
have a
mean?
diva look, you know? Like, they're just like total divas. This one's cool. Her hair is crazy.
Since you picked Bubble, I'm gonna pick her.
Buttercup?
But she's my favorite.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna go with her.
Okay. And they also have these down here. These are like little surprise ball ones. Like, this just really isn't like my typical thing, but I do love Powerpuff Girls. So like a part of me like wants to get these, but I just don't collect this like ever. But it's really cool that other people, you know what I mean, will get to collect this and stuff. Like a part of me does just want these just for the little heads, but that is so cool to see that they are getting a collaboration.
And of course,
the Minions one. But it's just wow, 2025, we have Powerpuff Girls merch on the shelf. Like, that's amazing. You know, we have a SpongeBob movie coming out, a brand new Nicktoons game, Sonic X DC, Powerpuff Girls X LOMG TPG. The world is freaking awesome. The world is crazy cool. There's a lot of chaos and things going on in the world, but if you look deep, the world is still pretty awesome, and you gotta keep smiling for that stuff.
why are you
I'm walking away for like dramatic effect for my statement. Okay. Keep going. So we are back and we have everything here in the cavern. We are going to check all of this stuff out. I cannot wait. And you can see I have one item that I was waiting on, and my goodness, this shirt is so sweet. Like, I'm so excited for the comic book series, and I'm also so excited for this whole collaboration. There's also some more stuff since I filmed the first part of that video that seems to be coming out. So I have a feeling we're gonna get a part 2 to this video as well if you guys want to see it. But let's go ahead and get into the Funko Pops here first and check these out. Then we'll check out our variety box here and also our last item. So let's go ahead and get into these though. All right, so starting off here with Silver. So Silver as the Green Lantern, and I'm trying to see the connections between each character as we do them, and some of them are more obvious than others. Silver, from what I know, cannot make matter like Green Lantern can. Well, I mean, he can use telekinesis and he can like pick objects up and throw them, which is very Green Lantern-esque. You know, he can do that too, and he can also naturally, like, he can use his powers to float, so he doesn't have to necessarily enter, like, you know, supersonic mode or anything like that in order to float. So he is, I guess, probably the best choice for doing the Green Lantern.
Don't you dare turn your back on me!
And man, does he look cool. I love this so much. Stan does a great job of giving him that levitating look, and he would have looked so much more boring if he was just standing on the ground with his ring out, you know. And then just to see, it's just like this child, it's like something you would come up with in your brain as a kid, you know. Like, you have your Jazzwares, like Sonic figure, and your Batman Dark Knight Rises figures in your hand, and you kind of are just like putting them together and having your own fight that you made up in your mind, but it's like actually happening with these characters. So getting to see him dressed up as a Green Lantern is just surreal. All of these are incredible. And for the connection basis and also how well they put them together, I'm gonna give him an 8 out of 10. Beautiful figure. You guys get to see some close-up shots of it. That's more of the reason why we want to take him out of the box here. But let's go ahead and check out the next character. Next up, we have Tails as Cyborg, which I guess now that I'm realizing, I didn't really think about it, it's just the Justice League basically. Like, it's Batman X DC, but it really is just the Justice League X Sonic, because these are all the Justice League characters that you would see in like most combination Justice League team. Like, there's all types of weird Justice League variants, just like the Avengers. Like, everybody in Marvel's been on the Avengers at one point or another, but this is like the most common character. So we have Cyborg here, and Tails has never looked more bad freaking ass. Like, that looks so dope. The red eye there, and you can actually see his regular eye very lightly behind it. So this is just like a shell that they put over it, but it's actually like pretty almost flush with the design. So it's like they put it like slightly recessed behind that actual transparent red panel there. And then of course he's got Cyborg's Sonic cannon there, which man, just everything about this looks so cool. It's always hard for me to look at the Cyborg from DC, like for the Justice League movies and stuff like that, because for me Cyborg is always booyah! Like, no matter how many Justice League like movies I watch or images I see of him, I'm still gonna see him as that Cyborg in my mind. And like I said, Tails' connection is just, he's usually the tech guy. He's always the one that's like, you know, able to control some kind of mech suit or tank or helicopter, of course.
We're flying. Did your butt just turn into a helicopter?
Only Sonic the Hedgehog could come up with something like that.
So it makes sense him being Cyborg of anybody. It's just that, like, physically they don't really match up a lot. I'm also gonna give Tails an 8 out of 10. Okay, then this one's like the most obvious of all of them. I mean, of course he doesn't have as many powers as Superman, but you know, when it comes to just brute strength, you always think about Knuckles. So him as Superman just fits so well. And of course his already existing red coloring with it just looks awesome. Look at the cape in the background. You can see just between his hair there, the Superman logo. He's got the classic spandex suit on there. He doesn't have the red underwear. Well, kind of. He has a red belt. But of course, very much like Superman, we've seen freaking Knuckles bust through rocks, bust through walls. I mean, he can pretty much punch anything into pieces. So that one was like probably the first. I mean, that one, and I think that I think Sonic, Shadow, and Knuckles were like the first, like most obvious ones of like who they should be. So this one's just amazing. I'm gonna give this one a 9.5 out of 10. Just to leave a little bit more room there, but you know, let's be real. I'm gonna give it a 10. Like, what else could they have done? Like, it looks fantastic. I'm gonna give it a 10 out of 10. Next up, we have Amy here. I would love to see, like, maybe, like, what would be a good one? I think that they should have had maybe one other female character in here. I don't really, they always do that. They just kind of throw one female character in there to, like, give it diversity or whatever. And I think that they could have easily added a Hawk Girl in here, too. And obviously, for Hawk Girl, they could have easily used Rouge. I mean, obviously, their powers are very, very different, but she does have very apparent wings on her back.
This area's off limits.
Too, so that's the closest thing I could think of. But Rouge as Hot Girl should have been in this set. I don't know who they would have had to get rid of. I guess they couldn't have got rid of Amy. I think they probably had to have gotten rid of Silver. Like, you can't get rid of Knuckles, Sonic, and Tails, and then obviously Shadow you can't either. So Silver probably would have been who had to, you know, be out of it. But I think it would have been cool to have Rouge in there as well too, just to have it another female character in there. But what I love about Amy's, though, is for one, obviously she has this sick cape, but that they gave her her iconic hammer.
There's no way we're going back out the way we came in. Care to do the honors?
That's also, I mean, when you think about Hawk Girl, she also has a hammer, so it's tough, right? Because, like, she could have also been Hawk Girl, but the wings wouldn't have made as much sense. But I love that she has this, like, epic Wonder Woman designed hammer. She could have also been Harley Quinn. That could have worked out, too. There's two characters that have pretty big hammers like that. But it's also, like, maybe they are going to do some of the characters as other characters. Like, maybe we could see Amy as Harley Quinn, and maybe we could see a Shadow as the Joker, or Sonic as Reverse Flash, you know, kind of give their like evil counterparts for some of the characters. But beautiful, beautiful piece. I'm gonna give Amy a 9 out of 10. And again, I know I always end up with more of these Funko Pops, but I'm justifying them because, you know, sometimes they're just, I don't know, I give up, okay? I have no self-control, and I really like them, so I'm going to get them. I am still going to be resistant to majority of them, but if there's some like this where it's just like, come on, I can't leave them behind. We gotta check them out, at least just for the show. But now for the best two of the set, in my opinion, Sonic and Shadow. So if you guys want to see just an amazing fight between Shadow and Sonic, go check out the Sonic Prime series, episode 10, I believe, Avoid the Void. Unbelievable battle between Shadow and Sonic. It was storyboarded by Eric Weiss, who actually worked on early SpongeBob episodes, and he did an incredible job, as well as the rest of the team, on making that fight just unbelievable and super unique for a battle too, without, you know, spoiling too much as well. Go check that battle out, but let's go ahead and start off with Sonic here. So you're probably thinking like, oh yeah, with a Flash, you know, he can go back in time, he can reverberate his body and go through like matter. Sonic is not as fast as the Flash, right? I would debate that, you know. I would say, I don't know if who's faster, Sonic or the Flash. But he looks freaking sick, and I can say that in Sonic Colors, he runs out of a black hole. He runs faster than the absorption of a black hole. This is faster than the speed of light. So you guys let me know, who do you think is faster, Sonic or the Flash? But either way, there could not be a better connection between Sonic and the Flash, and I love how on his ears they actually kind of attach the lightning bolts that are typically on the side of the Flash's costumes, and they just kind of gave him this like awesome flair to his ears. They look just so dope. I love it. And then the trim of his costume just kind of accents, like highlights through Sonic's hair. Unbelievable. Just brilliant design by far the second best. The second best, because come on, the last one, the second best. Amazing. Okay, and then with Shadow's connection, I feel like it's just because obviously he's dark, he's brooding.
Guy right here is Shadow, and he's kind of my biggest rival. He's also a real buzzkill. And by the way, he roller skates.
They're air shoes.
You know, but obviously, unlike Batman, Shadow has a lot of power, you know, like he's not using just gadgets and stuff like that. He does use more gadgets, I suppose, than everybody else in some, well, besides maybe Tails, because of the fact that he has like the ring inhibitors, he has his shoes that are like special made. Robotnik has given him some other gadgets, but mostly it's because design-wise, you know, and they're probably the two most popular characters outside of like Sonic himself, you know, so Batman, I would debate, is probably the most popular DC character, and besides Sonic, I would say in the Sonic universe, Shadow is probably the second most popular. So it was just a perfect design. That's why they were the only ones so far, I believe, that got a shirt separately from everybody else. But there it is, Shadow as Batman. Unbelievably awesome. Shadow has always been just one of the sickest characters ever to me as a kid and as an adult. So seeing also one of the sickest characters of all time, Batman, being combined with him, it's literally like a dream come true. I hope that the comics book series does amazingly well and it just sells out like crazy, so we could get a Sonic X DC animated feature film of some kind. Not movie theater, doesn't have to be, I mean, that would be amazing, but like a DVD release. Batman has so many series that have gone on to be DVD films. I would love, I mean, come on, we got Batman versus the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Like, that's cool, but if they can get it, we need a Sonic X DC movie. That would be, oh, just amazing. But yes, Sonic as Shadow, 10 out of 10, and the same thing goes for Sonic as well, 10 out of 10. But now let's check out our variety pack here. A part of me did want to keep this sealed, but the box is really big, so I think what I'm gonna do is, like I said, I'm gonna try to find that Batman that also comes with Shadow, and then I'm gonna get the Shadow 6-inch that comes by himself and keep those sealed. But I'm gonna open up this variety pack, that way I do get to get these characters out of package, so that way I can add them to my cartoon variety room, which usually doesn't have any Sonic stuff in there. It does have Warner Brothers stuff in there though. I do have a couple DC items, so adding, you know, this in there would work, and you know, obviously Shadow can go in my Shadow collection. But let's take a look here and open it up. So it is sealed. We will have to break the seal on this guy, but let's go ahead and do it. Okay, I wish the box would have been a little bit less destructive to open up, but it is okay. Let's take a look here. I'm so glad that we live in this era where like toys are actually somewhat easy to get out of the packaging though, because I remember back in the day, man, we used to have like a million zip ties back here you had to untwist to get the figures out, but these aren't that bad. My goodness. So this is the Darkseid figure himself, and you guys can already see just how unbelievably detailed he is. They have 20 points of articulation. Look at this. His actual like center torso can even be adjusted so he can be hunched over more, leaned more to the side. There's so many poses you could do with this. Like his wrist goes completely up and down. I'm not like a super big like articulation guy who knows like every single name and all that stuff, but all I know is you could pose him just about any way you can think of. Like even if you want his legs to be broken like a Family Guy character, you can. Or if you want him to look like he's Superman style falling from the heavens and just gonna poof. You can pose him like that too. That is so cool. So you guys will see him in a couple different poses. I'll get some shots of him in different poses so you guys can see, you know, some of the different things you could do with the character. That is awesome. Let's get the next one out. And then we have Sonic as well too. My goodness. Look at how you could freaking have him dunking like Michael Jordan. Like his leg stretch is crazy. You can look at this. You can have him posing with his foot behind the other foot. Like, are you kidding me? He looks like he's ready to grab a baton and just set the whole track on fire. That is crazy, man. I cannot wait to pose these guys. I will say, I feel like the joints are really like loose though. On Sonic, I wish they were a little bit more stiff, so that way you can kind of get them to hold the pose a little bit better, but still amazing. And then you can close his fist. Are you joking me? You can open his hands There's joints on his hands to open and close them as well. Like, dude, this is way beyond any of the Sonic figures I had as a kid. Look at that freaking karate kick pose you got him in there, man. You can get that leg a little higher. Look at that. Bam. All right, you guys will see some poses with Sonic as well too. He looks so awesome, man, in this pose. He looks so awesome. Unbelievable. Okay, so now let's take a look at Silver. He looks so cool. Like, come on. With the ring pointed out and everything. Like, there's so many awesome photo opportunities you could get with this Silver figure too. Like, the fact that he articulates his legs so perfect. It looks like he genuinely is kind of like in a hovering styling pose with the other fist just ready to turn around and boom. And his hair looks so awesome in the back. I mean, the Funko Pops look cool, but night and day. Like, yeah, this is way freaking better though. I am in love with this set. I honestly was only planning to get the Shadow until I saw this variety set, so I'm so glad that I did because, man, I'm really happy to have the Silver and the Sonic as well. And now for the main man himself, at least for me. Then we have Shadow. So look at this. When you turn his head, the cape is actually attached to his head. So that way, like, wherever you're turning his head for the next pose, like, the cape goes with it. So it always makes sense. And it's not something you have to separately design. They actually put the knuckle pads on his hands to match Batman. He's got the spikes on the side of his hands here. His shoes are in the black and yellow of Batman, even along the bottom piece there. The utility belt, he's got the knee pads, and then the best part of all that only comes with this set, this right here. And you guys can see it in 3, 2, 1. You can kind of see it right now. We are in a room with a bunch of studio lighting, so it's not that easy to see. It would have been kind of cool too if they would have made it to where his eyes could light up as well, but you know, that's still awesome the way it is. I love it. So Shadow, Sonic, the whole set is getting a 10 out of 10 from me. Like I said, you guys will see a bunch of different like poses that we can do with the characters with Darkseid at the same time. So let's set that up right now, and then we'll check out our last item. Okay, and our last item is, well, the shirt. I got 2 of these shirts because I like this shirt so much that I wanted to have an extra of it. So that is the shirt, and that is everything that I was able to get so far. I know there is some plushies. I know that there's actually a Shadow, possibly with a Batmobile, which just, that's totally Shadow, right? Like, he already can run almost as fast as Sonic, but yet still he needs a motorcycle, you know, so why not have him have a car too, or a Batmobile? So that's gonna be awesome. I can't wait to see what other stuff we get with this set. So stay tuned here on the channel. Make sure you subscribe so you guys do not miss any of the updates on this series, but any of the stuff that I do here on the channel. We go out and hunt for all types of nostalgic stuff like this every other day here on Comfort Cartoons. So make sure you guys subscribe if you guys want to support the show further. You can become a member right here on YouTube or also on Patreon for as little as $2 or $3 a month. On Patreon, you get extended versions of every single video, early release, ad-free, and on both YouTube memberships and Patreon, you get access to videos that are not available anywhere else. Like recently, I just unboxed the brand new Scooby-Doo meal toys, and that was a members and Patreon only video. So go check it out if you guys are already a member. I know you're gonna love it. And the biggest perk of all is that you get to support this show and keeping it going for years and years to come. As I always say, all of our members on YouTube and Patreon are the ones that quite literally make this channel possible and give me the freedom to be able to make the content that I believe you guys want to see and that I want to make. So thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart, as always, for all of our supporters through those things. You're doing a true good act of service, and I appreciate it so much. But before we go anywhere, you know the drill. Scan it! Alright, that is it for this one, guys. Thank you so much for watching. As always, again, YouTube, Patreon, whatnot, all that information is down below. I will see you guys in this video right here that I know you're gonna love. And as always, Rep Pack, I'll see you beautiful people in the next one. Adios and bloop!